Are we not all inspired by that? I mean, wonderful job. Thank you so much, Dana, for being here today, for Havy Pro Cinema for putting that together, and for all the players that are involved in this. I think this year is certainly going to be a big year just through some of the films that we've seen. We're able to kind of capture what it is about place, capturing that sense of place and really putting it out there. If you haven't seen the video that the National Trust has put together called Anthem, it will touch you just as much as this has. So I'm so excited for all of this that's headed for the future. On behalf of Colorado Preservation Board and staff, I want to welcome you all here today. I'm Jennifer Orrigo Charles, Executive Director for Colorado Preservation. And many of you have probably seen me in a different role as the Endangered Places Program Director. So this luncheon is certainly near and dear to my heart. I see it as the opportunity for us to really promote this program and share with you why it's so important and talk about the places that we've been able to save along the way. And it was really this importance that led us to the decision to open it up to everyone who's attending the conference. I wanted you all to be here to be part of this energy and vision and excitement over preservation and what it can be. So thank you all. We have 560 of you in this room today, so let's give a round of applause for that. So as you've heard, 20 years, it's a big time for us. 2017 is a big year for our organization, not only the conference, but as we've been saying, the Endangered Places program as well. And as we've been hearing, preservation is more than just about keeping structures standing, it's about creating this sense of place. And preserving this sense of place is the theme that runs deep amongst the sites that collectively make up Colorado's most endangered places. So our listed sites aren't just forgotten buildings of the past, but really they're community landmarks that speak to us through what they've been, what they represent, and what they can be in the future. Their redevelopment can instill change locally and provide examples to communities statewide. Our endangered places are truly woven throughout Colorado. Over the past 20 years, we've located sites in 49 of the 64 counties. And one thing is evident, place certainly does matter. This year, we celebrate 20 years of bringing local and national attention to preservation issues and important historic resources in danger of being lost. And this is the power of our signature program. This important anniversary gives us the opportunity to discuss how far we've come, where we've been, where we're going, and highlight the places along the way that need all of your attention. So let's take a moment and look at the history of the Endangered Places program, seen through the eyes of those who started it and those impacted most.
We can all relate to something that we've walked by 100 times, but once it's gone forever. It's a little piece of the history of the community that gets lost and is eroded. So that's why place matters.
Preserving sites which embody that sense of place has long been the goal of the preservation community.
We've been saving historic sites for eons, but people haven't always been successful.
Time, neglect, and development pose formidable challenges.
That was close.
20 years ago, former Colorado Preservation Incorporated Director Monta Lee Dakin attended a conference hoping to find new ways of battling those forces.
I sat in on a session about Indiana's most endangered places, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is it. This is what CPI needs to do.
Colorado's Endangered Places list was born, but a list is just words on a page.
So I think that was our first challenge. That realization of getting it into not a list, but a program.
To do that, the staff at Colorado Preservation broadened their focus from activism to education.
I saw my job more as being a teacher than the person actually saving those sites.
They developed tools and contacts which local preservationists could use to generate enthusiasm within their own communities.
It afforded some focus, and it allowed for vision and coming to consensus on the vision.
Since its inception, the Endangered Places list has showcased 113 historic sites around Colorado.
We were very careful to try to represent, city and county, city and country, big things and little things that people might not even know about.
Only 6 of those sites have been lost.
Failure is not always a bad thing either, because you learn either way.
Through tireless efforts, 41 sites have been saved.
It's those special sites that are significant to a community that you don't find other places, that really are part of why those places are important.
The State Historical Fund provides grants for Colorado Preservation's programs.
They are worth funding.
Money well spent, according to Cynthia Need.
What does the state get in return? They get the expertise of the wonderful staff that they have at Colorado Preservation, Inc. That is immeasurable.
More importantly, CPI has opened new dialogues about historic preservation in unexpected places.
They may not know they're talking about preservation, but that doesn't matter. What they're talking about is topophilia, which is a sense of place, a love of places.
As the Endangered Places program looks to the future, promoting that love of place takes center stage.
So to get that heart part going, I think we need to hear about more of the stories and more of the voices that are connected to those places.
And it's the stories that people connect to that make those sites and places important. It's those stories that make people want to go back and want to save the buildings.
When that building is saved, communities save far more than just the bricks and mortar. They come to realize why place matters.
This was not about historic preservation. We were doing things well beyond preservation. It was about community preservation and community morale.